everybody. My name is Elle Madison. I'm a teacher, writer, and a creator of educational materials. Today, I'm reading my short story, The Vanishing on Halloween. Please subscribe to this channel and visit me at sites.google.com/view/EnglishClear. I also have my new ebook available on Amazon. It's called Story Bites 1. It's for English learners for intermediate level. Okay, so before we begin reading, let's go over some vocabulary that we will find in the text. So I will read and you guys repeat after me, okay? Gingerly, that means with care. I put the baby gingerly in the bed. Disheveled, not a clean look. The man was disheveled because he didn't sleep all night. Dart, run suddenly. The rabbit darted across the lawn. Vanish, to disappear. The book vanished from the library and no one could tell us who took it out last. Pleading gaze, looking at someone for sympathy. The street performer looked at me with a pleading gaze. Collapse, fall down at once. The building collapsed from the explosion. Distraught, very upset. He was so distraught by his divorce that he didn't even notice how the thieves robbed him blind. Distraught. Clam up, stop speaking. He started talking, but then he clammed up. Groan, to make a special sound in frustration. He groaned when he heard that he had to take another exam. Intrigued, curious, or interested. I was so intrigued to learn why he called me. Approach, to get closer. The train is approaching the platform. Abandon, to leave behind. We abandoned our car on the highway. Abandon. Okay guys, so now we're ready to read our short story. The Vanishing on Halloween. It was a dark and stormy night. I was visiting my aunt's little town for Halloween. On this particular night, I was sitting in a cute and cozy cafe, enjoying a cup of heavenly coffee. I laid out my writing paraphernalia on the table, my favorite pen, and my new planner were gingerly placed next to an appetizing croissant. I just bought this planner and had it in my mind to plan out my life to the last minute. Just as I picked up my pen, the door to the cafe suddenly opened and the wild-looking man rushed in. He looked disheveled, like he has been running for some time. His eyes darted around the cafe rather quickly. The cafe was empty, except for yours truly and the barista behind the counter. The stranger looked at the barista and spoke. Have you seen this woman? He held up a discolored picture of a woman in his hand. It was really hard to see what that woman looked like in that picture. Barista, whose name was Carmela, shook her head. No, sorry, she doesn't look familiar. Then the man turned to me with an inquiring and almost pleading gaze. Sorry, I said. I haven't seen her. I would have remembered her, I'm sure of that. Seeming to give up, he collapsed onto a chair next to him. What happened? I asked him curiously. She just vanished, he responded. Where did she vanish? I asked. She vanished in the haunted house. We traveled together from another town called Pleasant Falls. We heard about the new haunted house attraction. So we came here, and when we were walking through the house, my wife just vanished. When was that? I asked him. Half an hour ago, he responded, distraught. He suddenly stood up and ran out, slamming the door. Carmela gave me a strange look. I hope he finds her. I'm looking for someone too, she said. She seemed to clam up after that, and I didn't press her. I went back to my planning and sipping coffee. The man, however, didn't leave my thoughts. I felt so bad for him, and I was hoping that he would find his wife soon. 15 minutes passed. The door opened, and I looked up to see. Oh, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was that woman from the picture. We just saw your husband, we screamed. Where is he? She asked. He just ran out. He's looking for you. Oh, she groaned and ran out into the night. I was happy now that I saw that the woman was okay, and probably soon they will find each other. However, 15 minutes later, the door opened again, and the same man again ran in. Carmel and I told him that we just saw his wife. He groaned and ran back out into the night. Then another half an hour passed, and then the door opened, and the man's wife ran in and out. That kept happening until Carmela finally closed the cafe. Since I was intrigued, I decided to walk past the haunted house and check out for myself what was going on there. As I approached the haunted house, I could see that it stood dark and completely empty. As I got closer, I saw a strange sign on the door with 3 pictures. I recognized them to be a man and a woman that I just saw. The sign said, "Please call if you see them. They disappeared 7 years ago on Halloween night." Next to them, I recognized the picture of the barista that just served me coffee. Shocked, I ran back to the cozy cafe that I just left. The cafe was gone. In its place, I saw an abandoned old structure with the sign, "Welcome," dangerously hanging over an old and decrepit doorway.